Hi everyone, my name is Lauren. I'm an intuitive tarot reader and this is my channel for pick a card readings. So today's topic is what makes you stand out. There will be a different tarot deck to choose for each pile and 3 different groups for today's reading. So let's go ahead and review my plan for the reading. We will start, as always, with an energy check to get an idea of if this is the right pile for you. We will be identifying some general traits and characteristics that you stand out by. Next, we'll move along to looking into specific aspects of life, how you stand out in terms of love and relationships, friendships, how you stand out in your career, in your studies, and then other general aspects that can come up as well. We always finish out your tarot readings with final guidance from your spiritual team, so do stick around for that final oracle card to send you on your way with the guidance and advice to tackle these energies. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut to choosing your pile. Okay, so here are the 3 groups for today's reading. Starting on the left-hand side, we have pile number 1. Your crystal is the dolphin. Your card is from the Animal Spirit Tarot deck, and it is the 3 of Fossils. They are all the 3 of Pentacles in this case. Pile number 2, your crystal is the Turtle. Your card is from the Mystical Moments Tarot, and it is the 3 of Pentacles. Pile number 3, your crystal is the Koala. Your card is from the Light Seers Tarot deck, and it's the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so take as much time as you need to choose your pile or piles. You can definitely be drawn to more than one pile within this reading topic. And when you're ready, head to the description that will take you to the timestamp. Yeah, you'll find your reading through a timestamp. I'll see you there. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and jump into your energy checks. We're going to use a couple different oracle decks to determine some initial traits that make you stand out at this time. I'm going to take this one. Pile number 1, what makes them stand out? What makes them unique? Let's see. I want about 2 cards from this deck here for what makes pile number 1 unique, what makes them stand out. Perfect. And some tarot. Pile number 1, what makes them stand out. That is perfect. All right. Your first message is Potion. Remember to practice self-love. Tranquility. Perseverance and quest. Wow. Some tarot. We have the King of Wands, the Hierophant, the 2 of Wands, and the Strength card. Move this around. Interesting. Okay, let's take a minute to review what has come out. In general, it's with the potion, with self-love and tranquility, it's an ability, and I want to say with quest, like you have this ability to access a safe space. Truly, it's something that people admire about you. Maybe you, the 3 of Fossils in this deck, it does make me think of like you specifically sharing this information with friends specifically, rather than any other type of like dynamic working with a team that the 3 of Pentacles represents. So yeah, I feel like in your friend group or the people who are close to you, they notice that like there's something different about your energy, like your aura, and they want to be able to kind of learn from you and practice going into that mental space the way you do, because they see that it is like the key you hold that allows you to persevere and make great strides in life. Definitely with the King of Wands. Wow, and the 2 of Wands as well. The 2 of Wands is almost like the space you go to that you get the inspiration from. You get the inspiration for like a new quest. It's creative download, that kind of thing. The Strength card, you've had to be really strong as well to navigate life in this way and to follow your inner calling. that is what makes you stand out as well, is you've been able to follow it. It's accessible to everyone, but not everyone chooses to listen and take it seriously. And that is something you absolutely do. I feel like you're unapologetic as well about the things you like. We have her shirt here, says basic. So it's like, yeah, you don't care if what you enjoy seems basic or, I don't know, not interesting enough, or it's cringe, or maybe you do enjoy things from like childhood and bringing those fun elements into your adult life perhaps. Yeah, the King of Wands is kind of like that too. Like, I feel like you're very playful, you're tranquil, and I think some would expect seriousness to come with that in a sense, but I think you are able to do both. Like, you can become grounded and tranquil and like get serious, but then on the other hand, you're also very energetically playful and open, and yeah, you're just like down for the ride kind of with quests. I feel like you're a go-to for a lot of people. They know that you would be the most suitable to like accompany them on fun events, or even just like going out and running errands, that kind of thing. You just seem like a really good sidekick. Yeah, like I'm seeing a cat in this hat here, and so I'm thinking of like having a sidekick, which I think you are for a lot of people. Yeah, we see like two people showing up. Can I say this is two people? Are you guys buying that? I see a cat. I don't know. I keep thinking it's a black cat, but yes. Yeah, that really feels like kind of the initial energies that are coming through for you to represent initial, most kind of general aspects of you that you stand out by. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and move along to getting into more specifics. So let's think about, how does pile number 1 stand out in love specifically? What can we know about their dynamics in that? Let's get about 5 to 6-ish tarot cards. Let's see. Pile number 1, what makes them stand out here in love? Okay, let's start there. In love and relationships, the Keeper of Sacred Tradition, which is also the Hierophant, you have that coming up twice here. The Page of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Tower. Okay, standing out in love for pile number 1. Okay, so we had the Hierophant repeated, which was the idea of like you being a good role model, or like a good example, or yeah, people want to learn from you. So I think that, and we see the Page of Cups, which is called the Seer instead of the Page in this deck. And so I feel like the way that you show up in love would be, people learn from the way that you accept others. I think you could be someone who is quick to see the good in other people, and not in like a detrimental way where you're jumping to conclusions. I feel like it's just the positive outlook that you take. We see a positive outlook within the Hanged Man. With this perspective is actually the one, the upside down perspective, the one you would not think to go to, is the one that brings the light. So you see things, seeing good in others is huge within this aspect, within these dynamics of relationship. You're able to uplift people, helping them to escape like a mental prison. That's what I see, because again, you're meant to kind of teach and share this knowledge and information. It's not you having to go out of your way to do it either, to sit down and give these strict lessons. Like, no, it's just showing by example. How you treat others makes them have more value in themselves, and then onto others as well. It's just a spiral effect. It's your energy, your impact as you go about your life. I hope you recognize about that about yourself in relationships, even in friendships, whatever it is, platonic. Yeah, I hope you're able to see the way that you I think with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like maybe you struggle to see that, or you feel like it is a weakness or a vulnerable spot. And it's almost like you're ashamed when people bring it up or acknowledge that you do it, that you naturally kind of influence people in this way to feel accepted and open. I feel like some of you think that's like weird. You're like, why do I like make people just kind of like spill their guts and like break down in front of me? Yeah, that's what I see. Like, I feel like you're like a stopping point to ground people. And I hope that there's a lot of love reciprocated to you as well, because if it's a cycle repeating of you constantly uplifting and kind of saving others, then we need to make sure that you are having that love pouring back into your life, which I think you do, which is what naturally sparks you to be that way. But I wonder what it is that has you, like, is there more to this story? What makes you stand out? Yeah, I'm noticing we have these two cards here. I was saying, what is there more to the story of, they stand out because of this, yes, but like what led them down that path to get that way? Because I feel like a mindset like that to some degree needs to be achieved. And it brings me up here to the Five of Swords and the Tower. So I feel like there could be a significant turning point that happened in your path, or a destruction of a relationship, or not even relationship geared. Like, it really could be anything, some kind of major pivotal moment within your life. Yeah, I almost want to say like something more like tragic, I feel often can bring about. And I'm looking at this card and it's giving me, it's making me think of other cards within that deck. One of them is making me think of the grief card for no reason. It's weird, but so when I'm speaking of perhaps you having been through some things, I think for some of you it could have been a major like tragedy, or just it felt like your world was coming down. And that is what caused you to build and to start seeing what you could replace that with, or how you can pick up the pieces. And so when you go about life, when you go about relationships and loving another person, I saw 1111 on the timer, I feel like you naturally apply what you learned from that situation, and you are quick to offer people grace and compassion. Maybe what you went through was similar, that you received grace and compassion that inspired you to be able to pay that forward. Yeah, I do see that energy coming through as well with the Three of Fossils. People involved to like help you, and as well you impacting and helping others. You see that so much. Two people here. Yeah. What is there anything else here that we should know about this dynamic for pile one? What made them this way, if we can know? The trickster with the Fool. Yeah, a need to start over. Definitely. You had to rebuild. The Star. Oh my gosh. And wow. You had to rebuild. You had to be patient. You had to learn how to rest within that, how to let your heart rest, because it had been hurt. It had been through a lot. And when you learned how to let your heart rest is when you learned how to let tranquility in. That is when you learn that skill, because it was to a point where your heart was breaking. Like, you had no choice but to give it relief. And you found those methods. The path was illuminated for you. You were guided through all of it, through the tough situation, and if it brought you anything, it is this honor and respect that we are speaking of, that you bring to the table in life. That is what makes you stand out, especially in relationships with others. Wow, I love this reading topic. Yes, so much fun. Let's go ahead and move along. Let's find out about How is pile number 1 standing out in work, career, any projects you have going on, whatever you want to hold in mind and think about? Pile number 1, career. Oh geez, I'm only going to take those 2. Career and studies, messages. What makes pile 1 stand out? Geez, I'm being so messy with this shuffling. I feel like I need to restart almost. No, I'll take these 3 that came out. That's interesting. Okay, let's see. 8 of Wands, 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups. So far what we have for how you're standing out in anything work-related, project-related, working with other people in a team, whatever it is. The 8 of Branches, I feel like you bring a lot of great ideas. We had that here we had the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you bring a lot of unique ideas, ones that are able to stick and withstand the test of time, like we see the Infinity, because they are solid, built on a solid foundation, yet bringing in like unique elements of fire, of passion, of going about it this way is going to make the product itself stand out. You stand out in work and career by making your product stand out as well. The 4 of Wands is a major moment in life, a celebration. I see you in work standing out through like a major accomplishment, and we see like the 1 figure here. Normally we would see like 2 in union in the 4 of Wands, but we see the solo figure, so I feel like you are responsible for a lot of wins and progress within work. Like you could actually attribute a specific turning point in your career to like, I brought that to the table, I introduced that project, I went out and did that marketing, like whatever it is, that you are honored and rewarded for a huge success within career. And I think, yeah, we see with the 4 of Cups that like in conjunction to a win, maybe you feel like it's not deserved, or you're just like humble about it. Maybe you want to accept it, you want to accept the honor and respect, but like you are generally kind of humble with it. And part of that could be because of what you've been through. It's like you don't necessarily hold as much weight to your success in career. It could be a little bit of that playing in as well with why you feel a little bit more like shy to accept the recognition, because maybe I feel like this is just kind of funny. Like I feel like you'd be just a little bit like goofy about accepting a reward. Like you'd be like, you wouldn't be able to take it seriously. You'd be laughing. Like, I don't know, if you're anything like me, you would just be like feeling really uncomfortable and like whatever. But yes, let's go ahead. I'm getting like a younger energy. That doesn't have to rule anyone out here, but like it is making me think of someone who is similar to my age, more in like the Gen Z range, guys, but definitely does not have to apply to everyone. We have the 8 of Strength, or the 8 of, what am I saying? The Strength card, yes, which is the ruler of the open heart, the Lion. Okay. The Nurturer of Feathers, which is the Queen of Swords. I was just gonna say that I feel like I was just kind of like losing focus for a second, and then the Queen of Swords comes out and it makes me think of like regaining that focus. I feel like if you were to be told, given feedback in work of we would like to see this from you, or feedback from like your audience, or you know, just reviewing your own work, you would take that into consideration, give yourself feedback, and you would be able to take that and move forward with it. Again, it's like that aspect of like not holding so much weight to what you do in some cases that you're not going to be like offended or really brought down by a constructive feedback or a suggestion, whatever it is. Yeah, you would be able to snap into gear and kind of do what needs to be done to fix things. And maybe that is part of how you achieved this success within your career, is like you are responsible for having like fixed a major issue. that was almost unexpected from you to kind of buckle down and do that. But at the end of the day, like, no one would bat an eye that you were able to do it. It's something that really put you apart and made you stand out within your career. We have the 9 of Wands. I feel like you would be able to drop other things as well to kind of prioritize what needs to be prioritized. And even in terms of like, if that means, yeah, either way, dropping, I had this event planned for tonight, but I know I need to get work done. You might make that choice of prioritizing getting the work done. You have like a rounded, balanced sense of how to go about your life. And similarly, if you were to just be not motivated for work, it's just not happening, you would be able to accept that and allow yourself the grace to take a break, knowing that that is ultimately going to serve you better in the long term. By not running yourself dry, by not burning yourself out, that kind of thing. Yeah, let's get a final message here for career. What makes pile number 1 stand out? What makes them unique? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow, you seek. I love that this deck is really helping with the keywords. We have seek, like you really seek solutions. You really seek the most balanced way to do things. And you could be bringing to the table, maybe what you've done that has been major in career is bringing an idea to the table of, hey, like, we can work efficiently, but also be happy, taken care of, nourished at the same time. I feel like you're bringing in a fresh perspective to people you work with if that's the circumstance you find yourself in. It's giving Gen Z, it really is. It's like, I'm not here to grind for this job that I don't necessarily like am passionate about, but I am going to introduce my perspective, which is prioritizing ourselves so that we can do the best work we can. Yeah, that's really great to see, pile 1. It feels like you are doing great things in career, whatever projects you have going on right now. You are making a big impact. You're standing out. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pause, adjust the table, and then we will move on to your final messages. Let's go ahead and just get some general aspects of how you stand out in life. We have the 10 of Wands. What is this having to do with? I have an idea, but let's see if I can confirm that. What is the 10 of Wands speaking of? The 3 of Cups and the Chariot. I knew the Chariot would come out. 3 of Cups. So putting things down in the spirit of inspiration, in the spirit of following your inner guidance. How do you stand out in life? And something about groups of people as well. If you are adamant with like your standards in relationship, that could be pretty cool and make you stand out. Yeah, like you could be not quite accepting of, I feel like you stand out because you really like, almost like you are tailored to like a specific group that you like really resonate with, and you're able to kind of bring into your circle like more like-minded people who agree and who feel the same way, who have the same life experiences. And that's why you're so easy to reject those who clearly do not, who the vibes are not matching. And we see with your ability to reject those people who are not a fit for your life is part of how you're able to achieve that tranquility. If people are asking you, what is your secret? Here we have the priestess, high priestess, the knower of secrets. People asking you that, it's what we talked about in your energy check of like friends wondering, how do you do it? How do you achieve this mindset? Because you push out the negativity without hesitation, for sure. Okay, let's see here for pile number 1, final messages for how they stand out before their final guidance oracle card. Okay, let's see here. Pile 1, the 8 of Pentacles. You could be really skilled in something you do. Or you could show up, we had perseverance in your energy check. You can show up with commitment consistently to persevere at your projects. You have a lot of ideas, so I feel like once you have it, it's one thing to have the ideas, but it's another to see that you also take them into your hands and you pursue them as well. You make it to a really solid level of achievement within each one, I think, before you give up. I don't think you'd be quick to give up on new things you try. I think you definitely reach a pretty solid understanding, skill level, technique with the things that you try before you would phase it out, be less interested in it, whatever it may be. And this is your final card for how you stand out. It is the King of Cups. Wow. You are the guardian of your own heart. You are the guardian of the people you care about as well. You have a lot of good weight on your shoulders, a lot of good reliance on you and your spirit, and that is huge. We see the light shining down on you, the spotlight. You stand out so brightly, pile number 1. Wow. Okay, let's pull out your final guidance card, oracle. We're going to read quickly from the guidebook. It's pretty short passages, so this is one of my favorite decks. Let's find out final guidance for pile 1, how they stand out, how can they continue. We have the turtle and coriander with satisfaction. Let's go ahead and find that passage. Number 31. Satisfaction. The turtle and coriander calls us to be satisfied with what we have been given or what we have achieved. It invites a moment of rest and reflection. Perhaps due to Aesop's fable, The Tortoise and the Hare, turtles are symbols of patience and good health. In this folk tale, the slow but determined tortoise wins its race against the speedy but distracted rabbit. The turtle triumphs by pacing himself, illustrating the adage, slow and steady wins the race. Similarly, in the Victorian language of flowers, coriander indicates concealed worth, reminding us that things may not always be what they appear. In other words, a dedicated tortoise who puts in the work can achieve just as much, if not more than, the swiftest rabbit. Your advice is slow down and enjoy the journey. Avoid rushing toward your goals for the sake of winning. Arrive in your own time, and your advice as well is beware of stagnation. While slow and steady might win the race, standing still gets you nowhere. What in your life brings you satisfaction? Have you taken time to express gratitude for what you have? Are you rushing things or honoring your own pace? I wanted to read both aspects of upright versus reverse. I think both can carry, it's all about the duality of things as well, so I think both carry solid advice to consider in your case. Okay, pile 1, I hope you enjoyed your messages. Please take a moment to like, comment your pile number as well as how you resonated with the video, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me so much and I appreciate it if you take the time to do those things. I will also mention, if you are interested in personal readings, I have that linked through my Etsy in the description of this video. Please feel free to reach out to me in general for any questions and concerns. Pile number 1, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in your next reading. Hey pile number 2, welcome to your reading. Let's jump right into the energy check for your reading. So let's find out general aspects of what makes you stand out, general kind of characteristics. We have gold. Wow, you don't need someone else to fix you. See here, pile number 2, what makes them stand out? Agreement. Pile number 2, what makes them stand out, what makes them unique, some general aspects we can bring to the table. We have despondence and impatience. Wow. What makes you unique? It's interesting. I'm going going to shuffle out tarot while I kind of think about what's coming up here. I have some kind of idea, but I'm not sure that I've quite grasped onto it yet. We have the Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, wow. Pile number 2, what makes them stand out? Can we clarify some of these energies? The Ace of Cups, and clarify with these last few tarot, please. Any more information we need? The Six of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Okay, give me just a moment to organize these. Perfect. Okay, so despondence, impatience, both bringing about something of like dissatisfaction, of not great things. I don't know, it feels like something is frustrating, something is like, with the agreement card, like something tying you down, something you feel you owe to someone, but look at this, it's like you don't need someone else. The gold is within you. You feel like you only shine because of like some agreement. I don't, it's either like with a personal relationship, or like you feel not well managed in your work situation if you're under the influence or supervision of someone else. Like, I feel like there's some way that the agreement you made is just not, you could be doing a lot more. I think the way you stand out is like currently you could be feeling held down, you could be feeling tied to like an agreement, or maybe you feel tied to like a past version of yourself. But we see like the rebuilding within this Three of Pentacles with the brick wall. And I look at the Ten of Pentacles and I think of rebuilding as well. Same with Two of Pentacles. So it's, yeah, I feel like you, and the gold also feels like there's an aspect of like mourning the old and having some pain with it, and but recognizing that you can open the window to a new perspective, to let in fresh energy to rebuild. Yeah, you could just have been felt tied down at this time, and you are worth a lot more in some ways than what you have agreed to. You're not satisfied with it, you're seeking better emotional fulfillment, you are seeking the gold prize with the Six of Wands. You feel like if you are, yeah, you've built a lot of it, and I feel like you are deserving that recognition. You could be not getting your fair share of like earnings from what you do, because you could be under some kind of contract of not taking all of what you've made. But the key is that you have been responsible for everything. And so I think there is something about cutting ties within your reading so far to move to a place that is better fulfilling for your heart. You have the skills to rebuild, and the Ten of Pentacles feels like that will be extremely successful, as well as Queen of Pentacles and King of Swords. You're going to be coming into the power because it's your thing that you have nurtured, and you're finally going to be getting the recognition you need. You're finally going to be standing out, is what this message is. So we're going to find out in what ways you currently stand out further, as well as what we can expect next, because I'm feeling like this is kind of like geared toward a situation of it's finally time for you to stand out, be in the spotlight. And how do we do that? How do we achieve that? What will that look like? I think we're going to kind of gear your reading toward what's come up so far. So let's move along. I'm going to move these up, and we are going to talk about, we're going to go with what we had planned. We're going to look at how you stand out within love, and we will take it from there. Okay. So we have the Oracle deck, or the Tarot deck, rather, that you chose for the reading, the Mystical Moments Tarot. So pile number 2, how do they stand out in love specifically, or relationships, friendships? Get more messages for how pile 2 stands out in love and relationship. Okay, we'll go with that. The Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Empress, and Judgment. Okay. how you guys stand out in love. The Chariot came out, which I had to laugh because that was originally the card I chose for each pile to choose your reading from. And I changed that. I wanted to do 3 of Pentacles. I felt called to do that, but I was like, I feel like the Chariot is still going to be relevant within the readings, and the Chariot did come out for pile number 1 as well. So pile 3, we'll see if you guys also get the Chariot as well. Just interesting. So, standing out in love. You're able to give a lot in love because of what you are going to be discovering about yourself. Yeah, this feels like a going to be because of the 2 of Wands. Going to be moving forward once that idea is solidified, once the path opens up to do so, as well as with the Chariot, you're going to be moving forward. The 7 of Cups, because new insights are going to come along. I feel like you're birthing a new cycle within love, within relationships, and you're going to be standing out by the end of it with the 9 of Pentacles. And the Judgment call is like standing out because it's quick to judge for others that you like hold something really special. It's again with the gold, like there's something so special that you have, and I'm seeing the gold in her top, and like she just looks so luxurious and abundant. Yeah, there's something that I feel like you could actually be getting like really into fashion and like dressing like the star that you are. I kind of see that within the Empress, like kind of over the top, like really luxurious fashion for some of you. And it's like it's the before with like the black outfit that's still cute, by the way, but then to like this. Wow. You're just shining so brightly. This is going to be what you're doing with, because Judgment we see is like a moment of coming to a great progression within a cycle, and that being recognized. Like this is just representing a chapter of growth into it. And I think that this growth is going to come with the release of your ties and with recognition of, with you standing out in other aspects of life. All of that is going to feed into how you view yourself, and then therefore that energy is going to be able to be picked up by others and quickly recognize that this person sees the gold within themselves. And I see that with the Empress. You see like something within yourself. They see something within you, and it's hard to contain. You can see like trying to contain that within the dress, but no, it's flowering and abundant and hard to hide how high quality of a person that you are. And your outer like definitely matches in whatever way resonates with you, like some kind of glow up, some kind of like stepping into exploring your fashion and whatever it is. Or rather like you could be standing out for like the lack of concern with your looks and appearance too, on the other hand. It could be effortless rather, is what I'm seeing. I just think it's so interesting. She has like the braids coming through, and I'm noticing her long earrings and the blue tones within her braids and the blue within her earrings. It's just like the same person but transformed. Yeah, let's go ahead and move along. We have some things to cover for today, so I'm gonna go with career and studies, any project, whatever you want to attribute this part of the reading to for how you stand out. We have the Sun. Wow. Devil. How does pile number 2 stand out in work, career, studies? Pile number 2, how they stand out in their work. Any final messages for that? That one. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Lovers. How you are standing out in work, career, studies, projects. Well, you stand out for sure with the Sun. I mean, that's pretty apparent. Something about like a kind of keeping a skill on the low, or just being like humble with it, or knowing how to contain your excitement toward projects, to have patience with it, to have discipline. That's kind of what it is like discipline, being humble. But it's bringing you the discoveries and the success nonetheless. It's all because it's so effortless for you to like shine, and you don't have to prove it to anyone. The Page of Wands. If someone goes looking for it, they're going to find it quickly. In work, I feel like you kind of do like, yeah, it's an aspect of like you keep to yourself, you are humble with the Seven of Pentacles, and you just kind of keep your head down and do really well. I think one day you're going to surprise everyone by like really standing out with an achievement. I see that with the Page of Swords. Always kind of makes me want to go to that message with the fact that this deck, he's wearing a diploma and things like that, but it's like I see you like reaching a milestone or some achievement that like you kind of hit people by surprise with. Like over the weekend I actually ended up going and getting certified in this, or you bring back some kind of knowledge that is very successful to build upon for your work, for the company, whoever you work with. They really value what you've been able to bring back. You take initiative in work, and that makes you stand out because, again, it's you taking that initiative to go and progress without needing to be prompted by others to like be inspired to do that. And then you don't have to come back and like put it toward you of, I did this. I feel like you spin it to, now there are ideas that the whole company can benefit from that we can review together. It's not like all about you. It's about what you can bring back. And I see that in the Lovers too. It's like about just creating more harmony within the work. It's not ever about you. I want to say it's not ever about you specifically winning. And I think that this could be what comes after you move on from a potential like toxic work situation or agreement or contract. Or this could be like kind of like the almost like just dull, like everyday, normal, ordinary vibes that you experience at work that is going to be pushing you to discover a new avenue that is on your own, you being viewed on your own. And that's kind of what I'm seeing with the Ten of Pentacles now that I'm thinking of it. Like, you're finding your own sunshine, and the Ten of Pentacles is you working toward building your own success. It's not going to be necessarily always toward others. Yeah, so a few different things that I think can be covered with career. It just depends on how you are resonating with those first initial energies we talked about with the agreement. Yeah, I think that covers it though for work. Let's kind of dig into like some general aspects as well as if we can find anything out about what's been going on in your current. So can we find out if we can confirm what the energies are picking up toward their current with feeling like tied down, feeling the Knight of Swords, an agreement. Yeah, I think it's true. I do. It says something about like what is right is worth the cost. So this could be like a risk that you take to find a way out of a situation and pave the way for new ideas and inspiration. I have to say, like, her hair, I saw like 3, and it's making me think of like coming from the 3 of Pentacles, coming from the work and going from it, gliding away from it. So that message, something about what is right is worth the cost. That could be really relevant in making some kind of decision if you have been feeling called to do that. You could be supported as well in this time in doing that. Can we confirm here for pile number 2 if there is this support coming through for making the right decision? Wow, the 6 of Cups. It does feel supported. It does feel like it's based on true feeling, on accurate assessment of your feeling, of your needs, with the Six of Cups representing nostalgia and childhood aspects. It's, you know yourself, and I think you're able to make the judgment of if this is really a supportive, and yeah, you're strong through it and you are supported through it with the Strength card. The Strength card can represent just like spiritual presence to me at times, so that does feel like confirmation that if you know what's right for you, you are supported in pursuing that. Let's see. Other messages for pile 2. The Ten of Cups. Wow. And the High Priestess. How you stand out. Go ahead and clarify High Priestess and Ten of Cups for how pile 2 stands out. Okay, these will be your final messages. So, the King of Cups, the Four of Cups, wow, so much, how you stand out could just be like the water elements you bring forth. I think so, with the Six of Pentacles now bringing in elements of water too. Two of Cups and the Six of Wands. Wow, guys. Six of Wands twice. How you stand out, this message was like how you stand out is you are meant to stand out. That's something that is coming. So how is that coming? In what form? You're bringing about aspects of following your heart, following your emotional space with the cup element, water coming through. The High Priestess is all-knowing and reveals what she knows at the right time. The Six of Pentacles, it feels like the support, it feels like the reciprocity of sharing and taking, giving and receiving, and working together in a dynamic. The Six of Pentacles, I don't know that we always, I guess we see two people in that quite often, but okay, so we said Six of Wands is the card of recognition. It was the obvious choice for the cards that you guys could pick from for your pile today would be to choose the Six of Wands, but the fact that it came out naturally for you guys is huge, and it came out twice. It's the one where you typically see them like being praised, being in a crowd, and recognized and applauded. So what is pile 2 going to be doing? The Five of Wands. You're going to be doing something that other people are doing as well. The Tower, but I feel like you're going to find a key. Yeah, you're going to find a key to like do it in a different way. How is pile 2 going to be standing out with what they do? How is it going to be different and unique and make them have this recognition and praise? The Seven of Wands. The King of Swords, the World, and the Five of Swords. How's pile 2 going to be doing something that is so different? It gets all this recognition. Showing a lot of strength that came up. We see that with the Seven of Wands, but with love. Like, yeah. Just handling it like the right way. I don't know that there's anything you need to do. Like the King of Swords feels like just doing it the right way, doing it the way that you are supposed to, and I'm seeing that within this, with the chess. The World. You will get the World when this happens. It's Five of Swords. It could also come with it, I'm trying to think, like you stand out specifically in a group or environment because of like, I'm thinking of like advocacy or like, I'm trying to think of the word, give me a minute, it's going to sound terrible when I finally think of it and you know what I was trying to think of, but let me think. Feminism. Oh gosh, yeah, like advocacy, feminism in the terms of like, oh, it's a really weird thing that I'm seeing. Like, you are noble and strong in, like, having diminished a, like, bad person. I see that with, like, the jail, with, like, putting someone in their place. And I'm kind of getting the vibes of, like, I don't know, if you're a woman, like, you're putting a man in their place, but it could apply to any gender. And yeah, I don't know, that's weird, but if it applies to you, it is what it is. And all of that to say is, the idea behind it is, like, you're taking an action that is, like, a statement. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, is, like, whatever you're doing is, like, a statement that a lot of people resonate with, and that's how you stand out. I don't know if it's, like, it could be a project that has the goal of advocacy. It could be, like, you as an example of your story being shared and seen by others, and you are finally standing out for something that you never thought was going to do any good for your life. It only had done harm. What are final messages for this dynamic here for pile 2? The 2 of Swords. I feel like it's something you don't see yet. I don't know if it's a situation that, like, hasn't necessarily even occurred yet. But I do see that with the 9 of Swords. I do feel like it is actually something you could be going through right now, or, like, the mourning process is happening right now, and you don't yet see how you can come past the pain and, like, getting through it to get to a point where this would actually come to be something optimistic and beneficial. Can we get any idea of, like, yeah, let's just get a message of guidance and support here before we do the final oracle for pile. So you have the King of Cups, which is twice in this deck. So you have that came out twice for you. And the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, I don't know that this card has ever come out from this deck on this channel. Interesting. I feel like you're doing what you can now to rebuild, if that's applying to you. And again, I think it's the waves are happening within you. The emotions are high and tense at the start, but I think that things are going to slowly shape and form. It's slowly going to be visible that you are becoming more comfortable. You are becoming more open to what you have been through, and you're gathering the words to share your experience with the Queen of Pentacles and doing it with grace, definitely. Wow, this was, like, inspiring, guys. Very nice messages for how you guys stand out. Wow, I have no words. So let's go ahead with the final guidance. Pile, do you feel this one? Success, beautiful. You will be successful. Let's go ahead and read that passage quickly. Card number 7 with success. The Chipmunk and Laurel, beautiful. The Chipmunk and Laurel symbolizes a new venture that will surely lead to success. The Chipmunk often takes the road less traveled, finding hidden pathways and adventure along the way. The laurel is a symbol of victory, used to crown the winners in the ancient Olympic Games. Together, they tell us to take charge of our destiny, carve our own path, and find success. Upright, it is forge a unique path toward your desires. The road to achieving your goals is hardly ever straight and easy, but the journey is ultimately rewarding. In reverse, this can be a sign of stagnation. You may feel frustrated, stalled, or set back. Think about the clever and enterprising chipmunk. What lesser-known pathways could lead you to your goal, or how might you redefine success? What successes in your life can you celebrate? How can you carve your own path and live your truth? All of those messages are relevant, so take what was needed out of there, take what sticks with you. This feels perfect. Success, the laurel wreath, is what we see them crowned with in the Six of Wands. It's so clear how destined for success you guys will be. I'm seeing this card off the top. I have to pull it. It says trust in the invisible, trust that this is coming, trust that it will. Again, it spoke of looking for the lesser traveled, lesser known paths. They will be revealed to you in due time. Okay, pile 2, I so hope you enjoyed your messages. Please take some time to like the video, comment that you came from pile 2 as well as how you resonated with the messages, and please do subscribe to the channel as well. I appreciate it so much if you take time to do those things. But with all of that being said, pile 2, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and get right into the energy check. So let's pull out some oracle. What makes pile 3 stand out? Okay, what makes pile number 3 unique? What makes them stand out? And the final deck before we pull tarot. What makes pile 3 stand out? One more card. Perfect. What makes pile number 3 stand out in this lifetime? Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and get into your messages. Oh wow. Potion. Remember to practice self-love. This was pile number 2's card. And tree, let them go. I'm glad I picked a second one to add some diversity to this reading, but you could have some ties to pile 2. I'll just mention that to start. We have gratitude. Oh wow, quest. And quest is from pile 1, and then discovery. That's so interesting. And the discovery on the quest, perfect, beautiful. Okay. I'm going to pull out the tarot right away too, and then we'll jump into these messages. We have the 9 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, the Empress, and the Page of Wands. Okay, so how is pile 3 standing out generally, or the current dynamics coming into play here so that they can identify this reading as theirs? Yeah, there's something about discovery through seeking the discovery, through seeking the answer. Wow, we have self-love right next to tree with let them go. That is so significant. I feel like you could have been like fighting for something or putting up defenses around what a situation actually was like and struggling to accept what it became, struggling to see that it is actively crumbling and falling down. And there is a quest that you're being called upon, guided. Wow. Gratitude with the flower, guided by gratitude. Your discovery is a mission. Gratitude is your mission to discovery, or gratitude is the quest that you will be going on. And your seeking will be fulfilled with the 9 of Cups. You will be receiving what it is you are looking for. The Empress, it could take some time. I think that this is representing a journey ahead of you, as well as the Page of Wands, of course. Yeah, it definitely is a journey that you are about to embark on. I think that covers it. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the bulk of the messages. So we will look at what makes you stand out specifically within love to start, and then career, and then we will just see where it takes us with anything else that we need to know today. Okay, so we're using your tarot deck. Okay, beautiful. Pile 3, how are they standing out in this time? In love. Love in relationships, friendships, platonic, romantic, whatever it is. How do they stand out with others who are important in their life? Any other messages for love and relationships for pile 3? Final messages here for pile 3's love and relationships. Okay, we're gonna, this is probably going to roll into career. I think these are the tarot that we have for the reading. So, yes. Love and relationship, the Strength card, Queen of Swords, 9 of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Chariot, Temperance. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. I just got chills because I was saying in pile number 2, the Chariot was what I had initially pulled out. I had sought after it in all of the 3 different decks. I found the Chariot. That was going to be the card that you would choose your pile from. For whatever reason, the 3 of Pentacles felt like what I wanted to do, so I changed it, reshuffled, did that whole thing, changed it around, and I said I feel like the Chariot is still going to come through for everyone's messages if it needs to. And it did for pile number 1, 2, and 3 today. So, yay! That's pretty cool. So love and relationships. How you stand out, the strength is quite obvious, and I feel like the Queen of Swords, personally, I just view her as like so strong, and the Queen of Wands too. But in more of like I feel like the Queen of Wands is more of like a moves in silence type of thing, but the Queen of Swords, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, the Queen of Wands rather would like move about things more like tamed, but also like boldly, and kind of would be expressing their feelings along the way. The Queen of Swords feels like she carries a lot in her head, and I think it all comes out at the right moment. The Nine of Wands makes me think of that, of like feeling like things are bad, feeling like you're trapped, but feeling like there's nothing to be done, or at least people view it that way, of what is this person going to do? How are they going to get out of this situation this time? How are they going to navigate this journey? But it's like you have the poker face is what I'm thinking of, and you're going to reveal the right tactics at the right time. And in love, I feel like there's almost a sense of like being tactical in romance. And the Temperance, I feel like you have a way about you that makes you stand out, of like, wow, with the discovery, you're able to like open up people's true heart space into their vulnerability, and like something about you, yeah, the Temperance, it's you are able to like manage that well. And yeah, the this card here in pile, I think it was actually pile 1, but it was like people feel like you have this ability to like bring out vulnerability in others. You have this like tranquility about you that is admirable, that makes you stand out. And I think it's very strong in being very clear about your own feelings and intentions with the Chariot, like moving very intentionally toward a person, and then that is influential to them as well, to be able to kind of meet that energy and just opening up in ways that they didn't think. And it is so beneficial to the relationship. It builds a lot of strength in the foundation of the relationship. And this is something you have to look forward to as well, because you could be hurt, you could be letting go of someone or something, but I think that there's going to be an even greater discovery that allows you are so much more grateful for this, and the way that back and forth, the way that the dynamics are, and it's so different because of its intentionality. And I feel like you're sure that this person is moving toward you quickly and only toward you, and you're sure about your desire to move toward them as well. Final messages. I knocked this card here. I wanted a final message. Yeah, the Seven of Wands. You can protect your peace. That's exactly what this card is, and what I talked about. It was pile number 1 that had this shared card, but they were able to practice peace, tranquility, reach that state, that mental escape of tranquility. And I think that that keeps you very grounded in relationship, and again is what is building that strong, grounded foundation to build on. Okay, I think that's those messages. So let's move along to what you stand out by in career and studies, projects, whatever you resonate with working on at this time. 5 of Swords, Judgment, 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Okay. career and studies and projects. You could be really good at like grounding other people and helping them find the solutions. But then also, you know, like how far to take with that. You know that you can't always help other people. Like, you know that there's a limit to what you can do for another. Yeah, I just see you like able to specifically help someone and find a solution for them in the Five of Swords. I feel like you're also able to like detach from, maybe in the past you had a lot of like money stress, and I feel like you're able to detach from that, and that like really stands out to you personally in this time, in this current or perhaps a next career. It's you're able to release like the money, financial worries. And not to say that it could be that you're like simply making more money and so that solves the problem, but I think it's more of like you've always been taken care of, you've always been stable and supported, but you could get in your head about figuring that it wasn't enough or it was going to go away, and I feel we see you being liberated from that in these cards. And I feel like it releases, with the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands and the Two. Wow. I feel like it releases a lot of your inhibitions about taking more bold action, taking riskier action too. Like, that is something huge for you that I feel like you are recognizing within yourself. You could be a lot more carefree around your team. Like, you could be finally getting comfortable with them if you were close with people. Yeah, because it feels like maybe you've just kind of landed somewhere new, or you're looking out on the horizon to go somewhere new, to a new discovery. Either way, there is discovery down your path. But yeah, there's a lot about things coming up for your own inner world that are standing out to you because it's all new. Let's pull out more cards. Can we get any more messages for pile 3? What makes them stand out? We have the Ten of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Devil, Page of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Other aspects in which pile 3 stands out. I feel like I see you like taking an offering or taking someone's hand. Yeah, I see you like standing out to someone. This is specific, like a specific circumstance that you will be like discovered by someone. And by the end of that relationship, you will be old and wise. Or at least it will have been a significant passing of time that you have been in this work relationship, in this partnership, under the mentorship of someone. That's kind of what I'm seeing in the Ten of Cups, the Devil, Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. And I think that transition is going to be like ups and downs in the Six of Swords, but ultimately leading you to a path of harmony in the Ten of Cups. It could be, it's like you coming into, I don't know, it's almost like you being like scouted and like learning how to do something, but it's like under not so much like a professional guidance. It's a little bit more like casual, the way that they can kind of speak to you and you can speak to them. It's less like business related. What I'm thinking of is like someone being like a drag mom and like having their drag babies. That's what I'm thinking of. And like, yeah. What else is there to that dynamic? Six of Wands. Yes, I feel like you are being like prepped for success, or like, you just have like a lot of potential in general that people are seeing. Potential for sure with Ace of Pentacles. The Six of Wands is being recognized, is being crowned, applauded. Knight of Swords. It's like an escape. Whatever you're doing that you are standing out by is like an escape from reality, being able to do it and be in that space. It's part of where you find that peace and tranquility with the meditation we see here, and we see the escape. It's a creative outlet. It's artistic, it's colorful, it's vibrant. It's you showing up as a flipped alternate version of yourself. You could be like honing in on like a character, developing a character that you do to like entertain. Yeah, that's really cool. I like what's coming out here. Let's see what this card is. We have Knight of Wands, or King of Wands. I see like the roles reversing at some point, and you are going to be able to take on people to share what you have learned at some point down the journey. But what ultimately is this situation bringing pile 3 that they are going to cherish and appreciate and love being a part of in their life? Can we get any idea of what this looks like for them? How exactly are they standing out, or how are they achieving this? The High Priestess. It could be a surprise at this point, or it could be something that you feel intuitively that you have been called to. It's something you're interested in that eventually you would like to actually partake in, and you will have an opportunity to connect with someone directly in the field. And it could be a surprise. It could be, yeah, whatever your like wildest dream is of being seen, of, I don't know, maybe you want to be a drag performer or something like that, that maybe is not always for everyone, but definitely has its space. And yes, I personally am a fan, of course. We have the Moon, the Lovers, wow, the Magician, oh my gosh. I feel like you're going to be creating magic. I'm really thinking so strongly of like joy, specific joy within different spaces. It's kind of like a term that has been coined for different groups of people. So it's like your space, the specific joy that it brings, you are in that community, which is, I think you're creating a lot of magic, you're directly involved within it, and it is not just all for show. It isn't just surface level. It is therapy. It is work for you to be doing this, but it's so valuable and so important. The Lovers, it's so good for you to be able to be doing this. What else is pile 3 standing out by? This is so cool. I love this reading. I'm going to pull these final cards. What else is pile 3 standing out by? King of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, and the Fool. I think you're going to stand out by your like financial success within this area, or it's like, what stands out in your life as being like very timely, divine timing. This was planned. You've been supported for success. You are placed in the position to be able to move forward. I think that what could stand out for you is like recognition of your path along the way and how everything lined up to get you where you are. That stands out to you as like a major insight, revelation. And from that, I see a moment of like having the freedom, having the opportunity there to release previous routines, expectations, commitments as well, and having the support saved or promised in the near future to be able to drop that and move into something new. It definitely feels like it will come at the right time for sure. And with you practicing your gratitude, with your being able to go inside and overcome these challenges is exactly what is going to lead you along your path. I see you are currently on the path. So confirmation that you are going where you are meant to go with the quest. You are going to the discovery. Wow. Let's go ahead. I just want to see like how how is this going to make you feel? Like, how happy are you going to be about it? Like, really, what is it going to do for you? It's going to open up a lot more. It's going to open more doors for sure. It's going to open up a whole network of opportunities spiraling from getting out there, definitely. And the Ten of Pentacles is going to bring you that actual stable financial success because you are very good at it. You are very skilled at it. You have what it takes. And that is why there could potentially be someone with the Three of Wands even seeking you out. Someone who's like has a high standing within the space and authority. Yes, absolutely, with the Hierophant. And you'll be like, again, we talked about how the dynamic could be like not so professional in a good way. Like you would be like friends, you'd be close with your people that you technically are working with. Wow, it's a whole journey that you're going to have in your hands very soon here. Any idea of a timeline for pile 3 for when they can expect some of these changes? Can we get any idea of our first signal toward that? The Ten of Swords. When you finally are dropping something, when you're finally letting go, the Tree card with time to let go. That's what we see with the Ten of Swords. Time to let go, time to move on, time for the cycle to be gone. That is when you will move on to greater joy in your life. You will experience that strong joy with a group of people and you will stand out even in that crowd. The impact it has on your life as well is major. It will stand out in every sense. Okay, let's go ahead and pull out your final guidance oracle card from the Woodland Wardens oracle deck, and I will read the guidebook passage. They are quite short, so stick around. This is one of my favorite decks. Confidence. Beautiful. Confidence is what it takes, is what you will be in what you do. And it is existing within you. It is why you were recognized. We have card number 18. The Boar and Pumpkin. With their winding vines and large, heavily seeded fruit, pumpkins signify abundance, health, and resilience. Meanwhile, the fierce and intelligent boar is known for its sharp tusks and aggressive movements. Combined, the boar and pumpkin embody self-assurance. Your confidence is well-founded. Any insults or attempts to damage your morale will roll off your back. You are thick-skinned like the pumpkin and courageous like the boar. Yeah, I don't want to read. I read the reverse for the other groups because I thought that there could still be messages within that, but I'm not even going to read that. It does not apply for you. What accomplishments am I proud of? How can I improve my confidence and self-worth? How can you do those things? What are you proud of? How can you improve your confidence and self-worth at this time? Pile 3, I hope you enjoyed your messages. I love doing this reading for you. Please do take the time to like the video, comment your pile, and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it so much if you do that. But with all of that being said, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in your next reading.